Glad you pulled up. My name is Jared. This is the LVME. We're about to check out this new music from Tom MacDonald called Everybody Needs Me. Right away, makes me think of his song, Everybody Hates Me, which is a fun little song. Some of his social media posts this week kind of made it seem like this might have something to do with like free speech, maybe some of the crazy things going on in the UK about what they're saying they're going to do to Americans. I don't know. We're about to find out together, though. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, man. It's always a good day when Tom drops a new song. We're always happy to check it out, man. Look at that thumbnail right there, you guys. The thumbnail is amazing. That's so far, it is early still. That's the best thing I've seen all day. That just makes me smile. All right. If this is your first time hanging out with me, man, thank you. Say word. I'm glad you came by. I got to tell you from the get-go, though, I'm going to be stopping this. We're going to be talking about this. If you want to hear Tom's brand new song from the beginning without my interruptions, click on the link there. It'll take you to this song that Tom just put out, where you should definitely subscribe, comment, and like over there. Then hit that back button. Hang out with us. We're going to talk about things. Hit me up in the comments. We're going to see what's going on. Now, if this does turn out to be free speech related, we're probably going to talk for a minute afterwards because I got some things to say because that is a subject near and dear to my heart. But before we go down that rabbit hole, let's just see what's going on first, all right? Let me bring this up big screen for me. All right, there we go. Man, Tom looks pretty funny right there. You heard? That's hilarious. I like the fucking foam. All right, let me get my headphones. We about to do this, Hangover Gang. All right, let's go. Tom MacDonald, Everybody Needs Me.
I think the world's gone brain dead. Since when did everybody identify as they, them? Cut off all their penises and trade them for some fake breasts. I ain't homophobic, I got gay friends. I just think it's weird that the world's so offended. They tell us fat is beautiful while they take an Ozempic. They wanted to get rich and they started a pandemic and they...
He just said they're telling us it's beautiful when they take an Ozempic. Dude, that's what's crazy. That's a crazy thing. I'm going to run this back. I just want to hear the beginning a little bit. Tom's popping off a lot of familiar topics, but that's all right. These are things that need to be talked about with what's going on because these are things that pop culture and American media and the propaganda machine is constantly putting in our faces. So we need to have someone who's constantly talking back against these things. Otherwise, we've just got one side blaring all the noise, and that's just not healthy. So despite the familiarity of the topics, we're going to run that back and listen to it. And I saw this meme the other day. It said something along the lines of, they told us they need to study the effects of the carnivore diet to make sure that it's safe. And these are the same people that are telling us, no, Ozempic is cool. You don't need to study the effects of that. I don't know how true that is, but it's interesting.
Since when did... I think the world's gone brain dead. Since when did everybody identify as they, them? Cut off all their penises and trade them for some fake breasts. I ain't homophobic, I got gay friends. I just think it's weird.
I hate how they label everything phobic. Like, just because you don't think perhaps that there are a ton of different genders doesn't make you scared of anybody. It's more propaganda. It's just a way to demonize people who don't agree with you.
The world's so offended. They tell us fat is beautiful while they take an Ozempic. They wanted to get rich and they started a pandemic and they really want to win, so they're rigging the elections. Everybody's offended by everything every second, and anytime that I mention that men can never get pregnant, I get aggressively threatened by kids with 17 genders who think a word is a weapon and want to teach me a lesson.
He said every time I say a man can't get pregnant, he gets aggressively attacked by people with 17 genders who think word is a weapon or something along those lines. It's always interesting to me that the same side that preaches tolerance is also the same side that just vehemently attacks anybody who disagrees with them even this much. Like me, I don't care. You want to chop your stuff off, become something else, do you. If you're an adult and you're not hurting anybody else, why would I care? Seriously. It's when you start letting non-adults make these decisions that they may or may not be pressured into making, that they most definitely haven't had the time to think through, or when you start doing things that brings your ideology and forces it out onto others, such as, you know, the kindergarten readings and all this crazy stuff they were doing with very explicit material, just crazy stuff like that. That's where it gets too fucking far.
It's crazy, P. Diddy diddling rappers and hitting women on camera. Conviction ain't gonna happen, hit the evidence instead of putting him in the...
There, was he just talking about Diddy right there?
I get get aggressively threatened by kids with 17 genders who think a word is a weapon and wanna teach me a lesson. And it's crazy, P. Diddy diddling rappers and hitting women on camera. Conviction ain't gonna happen, hit the evidence instead of putting him.
Yeah. Diddy. Come on. Just another Epstein. Just another dude gonna get away with all this stuff while they tell us that, like, Trump's a problem. Get out of here, man.
And I get aggressively threatened by kids with 17 genders who think a word is a weapon and wanna teach me a lesson. And it's crazy, P. Diddy diddling rappers and hitting women on camera. Conviction ain't gonna happen, hit the evidence instead of putting him in the slammer cause he's too rich to be canceled. We try to fill a prison cell with the president.
No, he just said the same shit. That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's wild. The things that get pumped and pushed out that we are told is important versus what actually is important. All this bullshit about Trump, like I don't care you like Trump or not. I'm not trying to change your fucking vote. I'm just saying to say that the man's a threat to democracy is ridiculous when we had 4 years of his presidency and we were just fine. Just fine. All of you. Everybody that hated Trump made it through those 4 years just fine. And before COVID, we're probably balling a little bit. But yeah, it's crazy that they want to put and talk about his felonies or all of these things with him, which are just nonsense, and then they don't want to talk about serious things like what's going on with Diddy right now or all that Epstein shit. It's wild. They tell us what's important.
Wanna teach me a lesson, and it's crazy, P. Diddy diddling rappers and hitting women on camera. Conviction ain't gonna happen, hit the evidence instead of putting him in the slammer cause he's too rich to be canceled. We try to fill a prison cell with the president. Born in Canada, moved to the USA, where you're probably a racist if you're not gay.
Born in Canada, moved to the USA, where you're probably a racist if you're not gay. We're getting pushback though, y'all. We're getting fucking pushback, right? Being gay don't have anything to do with it. It's this agenda that they seep into it. They attach people's identity to these political agendas and societal agendas that they're trying to push, and then they make people care about it by playing with their emotions. It's fucked up.
All of my blacks, all of my whites, if you on the left, if you on the right, if you got a weenie and or the genie, they, them, he, she, everybody needs me. All of my
Oh my God, that was the funniest line ever. All of my whites, all of my blacks, the right or the left, if you got a weenie or a vagini.
they, them, he, she, everybody needs me. All of my straights, all of my gays, all of my guys who swing both ways. If you got a weenie, tatas and peepees, they, them, he, she, everybody needs me.
One the doctor, tell him save me mad. Me to see one rapper.
Oh my God.
Here chichi man.
I think the world's gone mad. Do black lives still matter, or is trans the new black? Every time I rap, I got them crapping their pants. They having cardiac arrest like they all had the jab. It's weird, take a look at your history. You're yelling free Palestine, look what...
He said they all had cardiac arrest like they taken the JAB. I don't know. YouTube's crazy. I got to watch what I say.
Cardiac arrest like they all...
Hold up. Dude, that chorus was crazy. And man, he's just asking for some shit talking with this bit. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with what he's doing, but you know how sensitive people are. Sensitive. Shit's funny. I love the monolithic birds on the back on the previous scenes as well. I happen to be doing a deep dive into like ancient civilizations, ancient Egyptians, Göbekli Tepe, all of these cool places. And so that just fits right in with what I've been checking out lately. It's kind of dope.
The doctor, tell him save me mad. Me to see one rapper. Here chichi man.
It's so fun.
I think the world's gone mad. Do black lives still matter, or is trans the new black? Every time I rap, I got them crapping their pants. They having cardiac arrest like they all had the jab. It's weird, take a look at your history. You're yelling free Palestine, look what happened when you freed Britney. Your children ain't gay, they've been watching too much Disney. Eminem fans praying shady will diss me. Everybody's so triggered that I just keep getting bigger. They...
Woo, got to run that back a little bit. Eminem fans praying shady would diss me.
Praying shady will diss me. Everybody's so triggered that... It's weird, take a look at your history. You're yelling free Palestine, look what happened when you freed Britney. Your children ain't gay, they've been watching too much Disney. Eminem fans praying shady will diss me. Everybody's so triggered that I just keep getting...
Your children aren't gay, they just been watching too much Disney. Woo. Woo. See, The Acolyte just got canceled, I do believe. Not that I watched it, but I pay attention to what's going on with that a little bit because that's just part of the propaganda machine, and it's just kind of fascinating when you step outside of it and you just watch what's happening. Like, it's wild, man. It's wild.
Praying shady will diss me. Everybody's so triggered that I just keep getting bigger. They want a Morgan Wall in me, like Tom MacDonald said.
Oh!
I just want to know about which rich celebrities kiss kids that Epstein list is.
That was fucking epic, you heard? Oh my god, that was epic right there. I read it back too far. Oh, that was amazing, dude. We all know what Morgan Wallen, what they came after him for. Oh man, that was fucking amazing.
Watching too much Disney. Eminem fans praying shady will diss me. Everybody's so triggered that I just keep getting bigger. They want a Morgan Wall in me, like Tom MacDonald said.
And he built it up with the two rhymes, triggered and bigger. So you just can't miss what's coming next. That was
Calling me like Tom MacDonald said. I just want to know about which rich celebrities kiss kids the Epstein list is hid from existence. I don't want to be nobody other than me. I want to choke the woke until they struggle to breathe. Hollywood is a joke and
man, that rhyme scheme right there is dope. And like, let me say off the top, I meant to mention it earlier, but I'm actually just getting caught up in this video. Like, the beat here is fire. This beat is amazing. If you don't know, you're brand new to Tom. Tom does his own music too. And this is fucking fire.
kids the Epstein list is hid from existence. I don't want to be nobody other than me. I want to choke the woke until they struggle to breathe. Hollywood is a joke and I'm exposing the creeps like Ellen Page and Amanda if she's squatting to pee. Born in Canada, moved to the...
He said Ellen Page ain't a man. She's squatting to pee. Woo! I liked her in that Juno movie too, man. Juno's a good little movie. Shit is wild, man. Wild. I definitely got something to say after this that I was going to bring up on the free speech tip, but it still has everything to do with, or a lot to do with what we're talking about here. So stay tuned.
And I'm exposing the creeps like Ellen Page and Amanda if she's squatting to pee. Born in Canada, moved to the USA, where you're probably a racist if you're not gay.
Yeah.
All of my blacks, all of my whites, if you on the left, if you on the right, if you got a weenie and or the genie, they, them, he, she. Everybody needs me. All of my straights, all of my gays, all of my guys who swing both ways.
Yeah.
If you got a weenie,
That's funny.
and PPs, they, them, he, she. Everybody needs me. Don't call me a white boy, I identify as black. My
Woo! That's going to set him off right there, Tommy. He just joking, but it's funny, man. It's funny because if you say the one thing, you should be able to say the other thing. If your appendages don't matter, why does your skin color matter? If your appendages don't dictate what you are sexually, if you can just have a dick and call yourself a chick, why can't you have white skin and call yourself black, or vice versa, or whatever? Because that's the same logical line. Mm-mm. Oh, this is an amazing song. I'm really liking this. I'm liking this. Tom is saying important things. He's making it fun. The beat's amazing, and the chorus is hilarious.
all of my straights, all of my gays, all of my guys who swing both ways. If you got a weenie, tatas and PPs, they, them, he, she. Everybody needs me. Don't call me a white boy, I identify as black. My pronouns are the ones you didn't use, so now I'm mad. My hunters go hunting while your hunter's smoking crack. I can't say the R words.
My hunters go hunting while your hunter's smoking crack. Nice little jab at the Bidens, and a factual one at that.
Hunters go hunting while your hunter's smoking crack.
Yeah.
I can't say the R word, so y'all are handicapped. All of my blacks, all of my whites.
That was real nice. That was just a nice bit of wordplay. That's just good rap skills right there, and it's funny too. A lot of funny punchlines on a serious topic here, which always helps get the message across. It's harder to, in my opinion, to get a serious message across if both the music is like too serious to vibe to and like it's somber, and the delivery is very somber and everything is super serious. It works just fine, but things like this that are catchy and fun have a way of just getting out into the public a bit more and getting your messages across a bit more, in my opinion. We need both, but it's good to see this one right here. Like if you want an example, like Race War by him and Adam Calhoun. Great message, but the song is very like it's hard to drive down the road grooving to that. You know what I mean?
On the left, if you on the right, if you got a weenie and or the genie, they, them, he, she. Everybody needs me. All of my straights, all of my gays, all of my guys who swing both ways. If you got a weenie, tatas and peepees, they, them, he, she. Everybody needs me.
One the doctor.
Yes.
Tell him save me mad. Me the C1 rapper. Here, Chichi man.
Yeah. That was great, man. That was great. This is fucking hilarious. See if we can get anything here at the end. No, all right. Man, that was awesome. Say word. You know it. That was great. It's just kind of the happy vibe I need when dealing with kind of a serious topic. Because we look at things like, because the underlying message of most of what Tom was talking about right there is free speech. Okay, the ability to say these things, and people get mad, whatever. We're all allowed to get in our feelings about whatever we want to get in our feelings about, right? But the problem comes when you're trying to shut one side down, which only seems to be coming from the left in America right now. And you can see that going on in the UK right now, too, where the left over there is gone crazy with stuff. Same thing up above America, north in Canada. We see a lot of crazy stuff going on up there as well. But I mean, I read a news story about a 62-year-old man doing like 18 months in prison for criticizing Islam, basically. Like, that's fucking crazy. People getting arrested for their social media posts under some BS laws, and then them saying that they're going to come here and like prosecute Americans for what we say on social media. Good luck, buddy. But all of these things are important to recognize because as Americans, we tend to overlook a lot of our free speech, the importance of free speech, okay? And we see a lot of people try to get canceled and shut down over the past 6, 7, 8, 9 years for simply saying things. And sometimes we think that's not important. So I just want to bring up one little thing before I leave here, before we bounce out, just to show you, in case you haven't heard, they had some new rules passed in Afghanistan, you know, where America just bailed out under the great Biden-Harris withdrawal plan. And a lot of it has to do with free speech. They're called their vice laws that the Taliban has now instituted. This, this is new, and I was just reading about it this morning, so I just want to make sure I have the right thing here. So I just got my phone. I don't want to get it wrong here. It's spanning 114 pages, got 35 articles. The new set of laws is published Wednesday morning after being approved by Afghanistan's supreme leader. Focusing on women, Article 13 requires women's bodies to be veiled whenever they are in public to avoid tempting or being tempted. Stipulates what the covering should be. It is now officially illegal for women to look at men unless they're married or a blood relative. Men are likewise prohibited from looking at non-related women. Women are barred from letting their voices be heard singing or reading aloud in public. In 2022, the Taliban banned girls from attending secondary schools and universities. Then it goes on, women, of course, are not allowed to be transported alone. But here's the final part that after some travel requirements, it is also illegal to publish images of living beings. Here in America, people are crying because somebody got labeled a he or a she when they feel like they're a they or a them. And they're talking about how they're persecuted and prosecuted, and oh my God. Perspective, everybody, perspective. And a lot of the freedoms that we have here in America are based on the ability for us to speak freely, to criticize our government, to assemble, to have freedom of religion, freedom to criticize religion, and even, and I know this is controversial, freedom to burn the United States flag. That is a hated act by many people who are patriotic, but it is a vitally important thing that we're allowed to do in this country. I'm not advocating you do it. I wouldn't do it. However, the very fact that we can shows the stark difference between what's going on here, where I was just reading about in Afghanistan and other Islamic and other countries all across the world. Even throughout history, you can see that the very first steps that they have towards taking power and taking away your rights is getting rid of your speech. and controlling the news, by the way. Anyways, I thought that video was dope. What did you all think? I think Tom's got a hit right there. Hopefully that hits high up on the YouTube charts as well as another #1 on Billboard. That would be dope. Let me know your thoughts. If you want to support this channel, you can head over to my my eBay page, which is at the LVME.com, and get this somewhat related bumper sticker right here. It says, opinions are not a crime. Opinions are basically words. Your feelings voiced aloud. It's based on those old skateboarding is not a crime stickers from back in the day. It's all right to have dissenting opinions. It's definitely not a crime. They're $5. It goes to support the channel. You can also hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 11,000. That's it. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'll see you on the next video. All right. Peace.